20-year-old plaintiff Desiree Dyslin Franklin is suing her former best friend for unpaid credit card bills and emotional distress. Desiree and her mother, Ellen Dyslin, say the defendant lied to them and took advantage of their kindness. 19-year-old Marcela Lopez says she was in a lesbian relationship with the plaintiff, and Marcela says Desiree made most of the charges on the credit card.
Desiree, tell me what this case is about.
Your Honor, it's about credit card bills and how Marcela basically, I was gonna help her get credit so that she could buy a car.
How do you know Marcela? Let's start there.
Through high school. I met Marcela in high school. She told me sob stories about how her home life was really bad, and I felt bad for her. My heart went out to her, and all I wanted to do was help her. But come to find out, all this was a lie, and everything that she had told me, it wasn't true.
Did you tell her that you were abused?
We did have a broken household and everything. We did have DCFS over all the time.
Were you ever removed?
I was never removed, no.
So you were never in foster care?
No.
So Desiree decides that she's going to open up her house and you're going to move in?
Yes, correct.
Okay, and Mom, tell us what your name is.
My name's Ellen Dyslin.
Okay, and you allowed
I met Marcela in 2006, during my daughter's graduation, in fact, from high school.
Right.
Marcela came to the graduation with us. About 2 weeks later, all of a sudden one day I come home from work and Marcela's sitting there, and there was nothing but a lot of drama going on in my house at that point of time. And when I questioned what it was that was going on, they said, Marcela proceeded to tell me that her mother had just threw her out of the house. I became, as a mother, I became very defensive for Marcela because no child should have to go through that. So it was like, okay,
Did she have any injuries that you saw?
Absolutely none. It was all supposed to be.
But you believed her?
I believed it. I believed it because
was the basis for your moving into that house that you were abused? Yes or no?
No.
What'd you tell him?
Actually, I got kicked out because Desiree was not my friend. She was my girlfriend. No. We went out starting junior year. And my mom kicked me out.
Girlfriend, or girlfriend?
I am a full lesbian, and she came out to me saying that she was bisexual.
Your Honor, that's not the story that came to my house. I would not have allowed Marcela Lopez to come live in my home.
Hold on a second. You told Desiree's mom that you were abused, when the truth is that your mother threw you out because you were gay.
That's not what I told them.
What did you tell them when you moved in?
When I moved in, I told her, my mom kicked me out. My mom kicked me out because I was gay and I was in a relationship with Desiree Franklin.
Is that what you told the mother?
Desiree did not want me to
The
out
answer
her
is
to her
no,
mom.
I didn't tell that to the mother.
I didn't.
You did not. You did not.
I did not.
Right.
Your Honor, please, I even called the police and reported it to the police because I believed it so much. Mother to mother, that's just it. You would go out and protect any child because they shouldn't have to live like that.
So when she came over and told you that she was being abused, you not only took her in, you called the police on her behalf.
Plaintiff Desiree Dyslin Franklin says she opened joint credit cards with her former friend.
So what happens?
She tried to even actually turn my daughter against me. It became a hostile environment at my home. No matter what I did, I work. I'm a hard worker. I work all the time.
Hold on, Mom. Desiree.
Yes.
What's going on?
What do you mean exactly?
What I mean is your mom is trying to keep a house together. She's bringing in a girlfriend that she thinks is a victim of child abuse.
Yes.
You're in a relationship with Marcela?
Yes.
Okay. Why are you playing this game on your mom?
Because I felt bad for Marcela. She told me exactly the same story that she told her mother, that her home life was really bad.
So you believe that she was abused?
Yes, I fell for it.
All right, so she moves in. What happens?
Well, everything.
Drama.
Yeah.
Daily.
Yeah,
I'm getting
a lot of drama.
The daily drama feeling here.
It was to the point where
she went to the hospital. Yeah, she went to the hospital twice.
For what?
One time it was a panic attack. It was so fake.
Did you go to the hospital for a panic attack?
I went to the hospital and it was not a panic attack. When I get really upset and stressed out, my body just shuts down on me and I start throwing up because I can't control my anger when I get upset.
Excuse me, Honor.
Your anger?
I don't have an anger issue, but I always try to control it. But there's times where I don't like confrontation at all, so I keep it all within me. You know, I bottle up my feelings and emotions like that.
Okay, so you went to the hospital a couple times?
Yeah.
Who's paying for this?
My mom was, because I was still under her insurance.
Okay, the reason why she went the first time, I even asked her that, I told her, I confronted her, I was like, you know, that was fake, wasn't it? And she told me it was. And the reason why she told me that she had a panic attack or whatever that she had was because I had a friend over at the time and I was paying more attention to him. All she wanted was attention.
The friend is the guy.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about what we're suing for. We're suing for unpaid credit card bills.
Yes.
What credit card? Whose credit card?
The whole idea, like the reason why we got credit cards was so that she wanted to get credit.
The reason why we got credit cards.
Yeah.
She wants to get credit.
Yeah, she
what
wanted.
do you do?
Her idea was to get the Bank of America card, and so okay, we signed up for it together.
The two of you do.
Yes.
I was an authorized user.
The two of you have a joint credit card.
Yes, we actually have two joint as Bank of America.
Are both names on the credit cards?
Yes, they were.
Your Honor, I was just an authorized user. They were all in her name, under her credit, but I was just an authorized user.
Excuse me?
Let me see the bills. And what was the point of opening the credit card?
So that she could establish credit for a car. Other than that, the credit cards would not exist. I would not have got them.
So you're joining her in these joint credit cards so that her credit, so she can establish credit?
Yes, so that she could get a card.
By the way, how do you get a credit card? Are you working?
I had really good credit because my mother helped me maintain credit over so many years. So I feel like she used me. She really did to get these.
Were you working?
Yeah, I have a job, and I've been.
Were you working at the time of the credit card?
Yes.
Can I say one thing?
Yes, go ahead,
Also,
Mom.
Desiree never even activated her American Express card.
Or my Bank of America.
All right,
Or the Bank of America card.
All right, so now what you've got is you've got this joint American Express card where, Marcella, you are an authorized user of the card, and you are suing for the amount on the cards. What's happening? Are you paying? Are you making payments? Because you understand credit.
I can't make payments. I don't have a job, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to ask my mother for money. It's not her responsibility whatsoever.
Okay, so who's using the credit cards?
Marcella was, and the agreement was, I get her these credit cards, okay, you buy like little things here and there, and then you pay it off. You know, that shouldn't be a big deal, but, you know, it went...
Did you pay it off when you used the card?
Yeah, I actually have here from my actual bank accounts that I was paying. There's two different bank accounts that I was paying both accounts with.
Okay, so you're paying these cards?
I was paying them. When we were using them, most of the stuff purchased on them were for her. I mean, everything, you know, I am a pushover, and I'll be the first one to admit that. I mean, she'll come over to an item and say, oh, I like this, but it's too expensive, and she'll place it down.
And then you buy it on a credit card that you're both paying for.
Oh, it was just me paying it. And I didn't have a problem paying for it because I was working 40, 50 hours a week.
Okay.
But then come January, my hours got cut by half and everything. So I was only able to pay the minimum payments. You know, if you can't afford it.
You know what's interesting? You have a car, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, most of these bills are for gas, Burger King, Taco Bell, 7-Eleven.
Yeah, we ate out a lot and everything, and yeah, we all the time.
Sometimes you ate out 3 times a day. These are
Those
receipts.
are for the Bank of America.
All right. So you're saying that these are all her charges?
Yeah, this is just what I found of what I had left over or whatever, receipts I
Here,
found.
show these to the defendant.
I understand that most of those are actually under my card because we only did activate one card. And the reason behind that was so we can manage the credit better. She did not want to activate her card and both of us go different places and then use up the credit.
The agreement was the cards are only for her. I didn't need them. I had good credit already. It was just to help her.
There was no agreement.
Are
as far
there
as the
any,
payments.
if I were to contact either American Express or Bank of America, would there be any of your signatures on the purchases?
No. I didn't know. My card was never used.
Okay.
I didn't need to use it.
All right. Yes, who are you?
Your Honor.
What's your name?
My name is Trevor Kramer.
Yeah, who are you?
I am a friend of Marcella's. I've known her for a very long time. I'd just like to say that, Desiree would always tell Marcella what to do, what to wear. like tell her to shut up all the time, and she'd be really mean to Marcella. And I've told Marcella this before too, and she's just like, I really love her. I really care about her. And I'm like, okay, I guess I can understand. If you can put up with it, so can I.
All right, but have you ever seen Marcella use a credit card?
Yes, but whenever they would buy stuff, it'd usually be for Desiree.
How do you know? Give me an example. Like what?
And we'd go to the store. Desiree would like look at shirts and like, oh, I want this. Oh, this is so cute. Let me get this. And she'd like pick out all these clothes. Maybe Marcella would get like a shirt or two, a belt maybe.
And so Marcella would just buy the stuff?
Yeah, because we were all together. Marcella had the card on her. And
Marcella signed for it?
And Marcella signed for it.
Okay, sit down.
Defendant Marcella Lopez says her former girlfriend, Desiree Dyslin Franklin, made the majority of the charges on their joint credit card.
Go ahead.
Here is some text message or emails here from Trevor, his actual thoughts about Marcella and how he admits in there about Marcella stealing the money.
And also, this is what Trevor thinks of me.
We actually took these to the police because...
Trevor, you come into court and you swear to tell the truth.
And ma'am,
Marcella, hold on. You are the worst person I have ever met, and trust me, I've met some pretty horrible people. Do I need to read beyond that, Trevor? Why are you here today?
Your Honor, I was mad at both of them because of a fight. No, I was. I'll admit it. It was a fight initiated
that ended up in the police department.
It was.
Yes, Your Honor, it did. Yes, it did.
No, they called the police to my house to get items from my
Trevor,
house.
you know
I don't
what?
understand
Sit down while you're ahead. Sit down.
Excuse me, I would like to defend.
All right, here's my verdict. You opened joint credit cards, okay? You opened it, and I believe it was for the purpose of getting you credit. You were responsible for the amount that's owed on those credit cards. You can't stop paying it. Therefore, I find that the amount of $4,238 on those credit cards is you are responsible for, and you're going to pay for it. Emotional distress, you're not responsible for. You ought to apologize to your mother for bringing this nightmare into the house.
I have.
Okay? And get yourself together. Now, let me just say one more thing. Everyone needs a good credit score. You started on the right track. You need a good credit score. You don't blow it. And the way to find out whether your credit is still good is you contact 3 agencies: TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. You're entitled to get a free credit report to find out where you stand. And there are many consequences to having bad credit. If you have bad credit, you know what happens? You go to buy a car, the interest rate is higher. Your financing of a home, you're going to have a higher interest rate. You're going to have higher auto interest rates as well as insurance premiums. So what you've got to do is protect your credit as though it's one of the most valuable commodities you have and not play games with it. That's my verdict.